y'all ready for your next comedian? I said, are y'all ready for your next comedian? All right, I want y'all to put y'all hands together and give a warm welcome to Jonny Arez.
Thank you, Jonny. How's everybody doing tonight? Woo, that sounds enthusiastic.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jonny Arez, and we are back with another edition of the podcast. But joining me back in the studio is my friend Marc P.
Hello, hello, hello.
You might remember Marc P from the Through Gray Eyes episode where Mark and I sat down and talked about all things race related. Today, we are back and we are going to be discussing bests, worsts, and firsts.
Should be interesting.
Yes, our best experiences, our worst experiences, and our first experiences with everything sex, drugs, and rock and roll or shit in between. So yeah, Mark, we're just discussing this off the air. I think we're going to call this podcast Making Your Mark in the John, right?
Paints a pretty picture.
Yeah, combining views from the John with Mark, making your mark in the John. I don't know. So let's get right into this. Mr. Marc P, what is your best, worst, and first experience with making whoopee?
Oh, the good old SEX. Not to pat myself on the back here, but I feel like I've had a lot of greats and a lot of worsts. And if I had to pick an all-time favorite, oh, God. I got a blowjob in every single state driving cross-country one time. And I gotta say, especially when your girlfriend's sleeping and you tap her on the shoulder and you be like, hey, honey, new state.
Oh, so you were getting the roadhead.
Oh, roadhead. We're driving, and I got roadhead. Yes, I'm sorry, I wasn't specific there. Not just a blowjob in every state. As we were driving, because this young lady had graduated from college, and the nice gentleman I flew to Ohio, and we got in her car and drove from Ohio to Los Angeles. And I, being the nice guy I am, said I would drive, and she offered a blowjob. I mean, she was great. This was one of those.
She just went and offered it right up.
Oh, I mean, to the end of the story, we got to L.A., and there was a point, and this never happened in my life. She said, do you want a sandwich? I said, of course I want a sandwich. And then she's like, do you want a blowjob? And I was like, okay, I'll have a blowjob. She's like, do you want to watch porn while I give you a blowjob? And I said, oh, okay. So I sat on the couch, eating a sandwich, watching porn, and got a blowjob. She was a giver.
Damn. See, I've actually dated a few girls like that myself, and I hate to date myself here, but I mean, I still think about this because I was 17 at the time, and my high school girlfriend was 15. And our very first time that we ever got intimate, it was in our furnished basement of my parents' house, and we were making out. Mm-hmm. And, the logical next step. And we stopped making out, and she looks me dead in the eyes. This is a 15-year-old. I'm 17. I'm like a senior. I'm thinking I'm the shit.
Yeah, you're in charge here.
She's still a virgin. She's never, so she was kind of inexperienced, but, she was a great kisser. And she stopped, and she looked at me, and she's like, do you know what I think the best place for a guy's dick is? She's like, in my mouth. And she just went right down. And I was 17. I'm now 41. I still think about that girl in that moment because I've never had a girl be that like, yo,
I'm ready to suck your dick.
I am ready to fucking go down it. And I'm just like, wow. And then like my ex-fiance, she was just like the girl that you were describing. Mm-hmm. I would just be chilling right where I am right now. She'd be maybe in the kitchen doing something. And then she would just, without even fucking me asking, nothing. She would just come over, kneel right down, and just go. And I was
Why is she your ex-fiance?
Oh.
So some crazy with that willingness.
That's a whole nother 5 episodes of fucking why she's my ex.
Well, she might be in part of the worst then.
Not when it comes to sex.
Drugs?
Yeah.
You got a worst with the drugs with her?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I do want to point out he said his furnished basement when he got that blowjob. He just wants to make sure he didn't bring this little 15-year-old girl into like a fucking dungeon.
Exactly. You're fucking exactly right, bro. Some places in the country they don't even have basements. Like in California and Florida and
Twister
shit.
country, they need a basement.
Right. We don't really get twisters up here, but yeah, you're fucking completely right. I definitely wanted to preface that. We had a ranch, just like
like every house on the block.
Right, like every house on the block. It was just a 2-bedroom, 2-bath ranch, and there was 5 of us: mom, dad, and 2 brothers and me. So we had to turn our basement, just like your parents' basement, into another floor. So yeah, when I say we were in the basement, people are probably picturing like a dark, dank fucking
it's fucking exposed brick.
No, there was exposed brick, bro.
Oh, but it was finished. It looked good.
Right, it was finished, and I mean,
well, do you want to get into that worst drug experience, or you got a good first sex experience?
Let's stick on the sex. I'm trying to think of my first. I lost my virginity at age. I think I was just about to turn 16, and the girl I lost my virginity to, so I was 15 and she was 17. I can still remember.
I was 15 as well.
Yeah, I can still remember where we were. I can still flash back in my mind to different scenes. So yeah, my first time, I don't know. I don't remember being nervous. I know that we wore a condom, and I know that I completed.
I was very adamant with the condom.
Really adamant. Let you not wear them or wear them.
Must. I was not getting a girl pregnant in high school.
Yeah, but we all know that fucking when you're in the heat of the moment. At least me.
No, not me. No. I was. Well, see, the thing is, and this is a little secret I'll share with you now. I was not very good at sex in the beginning.
But what makes somebody good or bad
I
at
would
sex?
wear the condom. So, and this is, now I know it's stupid, but I would be having sex and I would come like in the first minute and I'd just keep going. I have good body control, so I could keep an erection after I came. So I would just keep going with the condom on. But, you could get leakage and still get a girl pregnant. But if I didn't wear a condom, then I was a 2-pump jump. So at least I could fool them that I can
Dude,
last
that
longer.
is fucking hilarious. And this is why I love this, because you just jogged my memory to my best and worst.
Yeah.
Because of what you just said.
Let's hear it.
And because I just said that, I just lost it. Yeah, okay. So
Keeping it in the condom.
yes, okay. I am not pro pregnancy, but I am not pro condom. I really feel like, obviously you've had sex with a condom and without. There's no doubt it feels better for everybody without.
Obviously.
Right. So, but this isn't really a condom story. This is more of my worst sexual experience wasn't bad because I wasn't attracted to the girl. You even know this girl. She was extremely hot. She was extremely sought after when we were in high school. So yeah, dude, like when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I think I was probably at my height of my looks. I was working out. I had plenty of bitches beating down my door.
Pimping since been pimping.
I was pimping, bro. I was a complete player back then. Like to the fucking. So anyways, one of the most popular and prettiest girls that was still in high school. I think I was a freshman or even sophomore in college at this point. And she was pretty young, but not to where it was creepy. But anyways, she was wicked hot, bro. And I was going to be her second dude ever. And I had been wanting to get with this girl for fucking ever. So when the time came, we were in my room, and I was so excited that what do you think happened? We fucked without a condom.
Premature ejaculation?
Yes.
Before you even got it in?
No. I literally stuck it in, and then I think on the second pump, I couldn't control it and just
blew right in her.
Done. So all this buildup that like
and
I'm the fucking man. No, I didn't. I didn't Maybe I did have a condom. All I remember though is just that like this girl was looking at me like I was God's gift to fucking men, and I have all this experience, and it's been built up us having sex for so long, and then it finally comes time, and I'm just like done. You know, I felt so fucking embarrassed, dude. I was just, you know, because I felt like I was the man, and she thought I was the man, and it was just 1, 2, done.
Well, that's that stupid young kid knowledge. They don't know if you're gonna be with someone that hot, and this is old man knowledge. You gotta pull one out before, at least 30 minutes before you jerk off, so then you don't have that 2 pump jump. If you don't know about this, gentlemen listening, trust me. Like, you don't want to disappoint your partner. Pull one out 30 minutes before. Go into a bathroom. I don't give a shit. We have cell phones, mobile phones. Watch some porn. Pull it out. You don't.
Now,
have
are
to
you
have an
getting this from
embarrassing moment.
experience, or are you pulling this out of something about Mary? Remember the something about Mary part?
No, well, yeah.
The movie. There's
that's
something
right.
about Mary.
They did do that in that movie.
He
back
tells
in the
Ben
day.
Stiller, "You don't want to go out with a loaded gun."
Yes. Oh, you know what? That is totally probably where I came. I've been doing that ever since I saw that movie.
Another funny story. We're on the topic kind of sex and blowjobs. I remember, because I think it might have been right around the time there was something about Mary came out, because what was that, 98?
Yeah.
I was a sophomore at UMass. Okay, so you've probably partied at UMass.
Yeah.
Dorms.
I lived there.
Dorms, round robins.
I didn't go to school there, but I lived there for a full year.
As did I. I did go there for a semester, but all of my friends went there, so I partied at UMass hardcore. University of Massachusetts, people, in case you don't know what UMass is short for. But this is a funny story. I had actually masturbated, or whatever you want to call it,
Pre-game?
before going out that night. And I had did it with lotion.
Okay.
I
think I know where the story's going.
Hand moisturizer.
I think I know
so
where this is going.
Fast forward to 4 or 5 hours later, and I have a girl going down on me, and
That's
I
where it's
realize that my entire dick must taste like a fucking bottle of
aloe vera.
fucking vera. And I still think about it to
Jergens.
this exactly. I still think about it to this day. Like my dick must have tasted so bad because I don't know.
But that was probably UMass days. Actually, speaking of blowjobs, there was this one time, me and this girl, and she was great, another real giver, and she was like a cool chick too. Like we were just like fuck buddies, and we were at a frat party in the bathroom. And we're like hooking up, like I would literally like had her on the counter and I'm like banging her, and there's a line for the bathroom and everyone's like all fucking like pissed off that we're taking so much time in the bathroom. So there's a window, so she's like, this is her idea. She says, crawl out the window, we'll open the door, and then we can finish in the bushes. I'm like, okay.
Finish in the bushes.
Literally, like we climb out. I let her out the window first, and then I open the door, and I'm like, hey, sorry, I was taking, because she was embarrassed too. She'd want everyone to know that I was fucking her in there. So I let her out through the window, so they thought it was just me in there, like taking a shit or something. So then I open the door. And I go around outside, I meet her in the bushes, and at this point, I couldn't fucking get it up. Like, there was a lot of fucking letdown in between. And, like, without hesitation, she's just on her knees, like, blowing me underneath this window in the bushes. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, a fucking crew of, like, 10 or 15 frat boys are walking by, and they kind of peek through in the bushes just, like, the perfect angle to be like, dude's getting a blowjob back there. And, I felt like the man in that moment. You're like, yes, gentlemen, I am.
Where are all those sweethearts now?
Well,
where are
we're
all
still
those
friends.
givers?
I'm still friends with this girl on social media.
But I'm just saying, I know you've been married for a while, but I'm not. But so I continually date.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Our generation, where are the next generation of kids? Do they still do this?
No, I'm just saying, like, all those sweethearts back in our youth that were so giving in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Just would go down on you without
They're just
even...
great wives now.
Well, yeah, I'm not married to one for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm still single. I've never been married. I've come close twice. I've had 2 fiancés that it just didn't go. And
you got to cut it off if it's not going to be right. So it's better to fucking do it before you get married.
But I'm just saying that when I was younger, even talking 10 years ago, in all the women I've dated and still date to this day, women used to be a lot more giving. I'm saying, and I'm just like, where are all those sweethearts now? Because dating has definitely become more difficult, and women are a lot more reserved.
Yeah, me and my wife are going on 18 years together. I have a vasectomy. I don't need to think about condoms.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's great. And then I guess that's something for her to think about, too. If we ever break up, I have a vasectomy. I don't have to worry about getting anyone
My
knocked
brother
up.
had a vasectomy, too. And
Cakewalk.
this is what I'm thinking about right now. Maybe you can tell me this. When you have a vasectomy, do you still shoot?
Oh, yeah. You have to take health class again. So, there's seminal fluid and there are semen. Those are two different things.
Right.
When you ejaculate,
one's clear, one's white.
The seminal fluid is what the sperm travels inside of. So your balls release the sperm into the seminal fluid, and then you ejaculate, and the seminal fluid is like carries it into the vagina. So when you get a vasectomy, they're cutting off the deploy chute for the semen, if you will. So what you see, your cum, that's not little people. That white liquid that comes out of your dick, that's not sperm.
Wait, I thought the clear stuff was the seminal fluid, and then the white stuff was the sperm. I got it backwards?
No.
So when you have a vasectomy, you still have...
You have white cum. What did you think? You shot clear cum?
No, I just thought you didn't shoot at all. Like you were actually severing the pipeline.
No. You still have an ejaculation. Cum comes out. It looks exactly the same.
So what is the vasectomy doing then?
Sperm is microscopic, bro. It's tiny. You can't see it with the naked eye. That fluid there's multiple pipes, and you're just kind of cutting off one of them. Yeah, there's two pipes. There's two pipes down there.
Because I can't imagine having an orgasm and not having anything come out.
No, that
because that hasn't happened
since
I was like 12.
Men would never have a vasectomy ever if that happened. Are you kidding me? That's how you know you're done.
I'm actually writing a bit about, I shouldn't even talk about that, but how like it's so much easier for women because they come on the inside and guys don't. It's like so much more free.
Well, they can fake it a lot easier.
A
guy can't fake it. And see, this is weird.
Exactly.
Men fake it too. Don't be like, I'm sorry. Sometimes, again, with my wife, 18 years, but now with the vasectomy, I can just be like, oh, nothing. I'm done. Sorry.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
You just be like, I'm done.
Well, I'm not trying to bring the bedroom in that much.
Something else I just thought about, and I want to see if you were this way, because I know that you were a ladies' man back in the day, and believe it or not, I was too. We were kind of players. I mean, like, we dated a lot of women. We had sexual prowess, all this stuff, but...
It was like checkers. If you make a move, I jumped you.
All right. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to get at. I want to see if you were like this, because I can't even count the women on my hands and toes that have told me up front before our first date. They would preface it with, that nothing's going to happen, right?
I love when they say that.
I love when they say that, because
absolutely.
I swear to God,
like, okay.
I swear to God on the Bible or whatever you want to say, 95% of the women that have precursored our first, second, whatever date saying we ain't having sex, I'm like, no, whatever, that's fine.
Of course.
We end up having sex. Well, I was the master at that. I never fucking raped anybody. It was always consensual, but they didn't know that. Like,
I was a really good kisser.
Yes. Yeah. I could get a woman hot as fuck because we would make out. I knew where to touch, and it just became to the point where they were like,
enough that you make them make the move.
Exactly.
That's what I said. It's checkers. You're like, all right, sure, that's on you, baby doll.
So I can't say it was a challenge for me, but it would just like make this light go off in my head every time every time a woman would say to me like, I'm coming over, but like nothing's happening. I'm almost like, yeah, cool, whatever. But I knew in the back of my mind, that like you say that now, but let's see what happens, Like did that
Live
happen?
in the moment. Oh, absolutely, that's the best.
Why do you think women say that?
Because they don't want to be looked at like a slut. Because you know what? Most of the time when they said that,
because
they had already decided that they were going to have sex with you, but they just didn't want you to be in charge of it.
To think that they were easy.
Yeah, to think that they're easy and to give them the control of it. It's their bodies. I respect that.
Of course.
But as soon as you're ready to sit on it, here I am.
Right.
Yeah. But if we're talking about Bess, it would be horrible if I didn't, I don't want to talk about my sex life with my wife. but some of the best sex I've ever, and to this day, that's how you know you picked the right one, when after 18 years of doing it, you can do it and be like, wow, that was the best we've ever had.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because sex is obviously better when you're really in love with the person. Don't you think?
Yes.
Not to get.
I mean, the most pleasurable, mind-blowing sex I've ever had in my life was on drugs with like a complete stranger. You know, so there's that. Like, literally not knowing anything about the person at all is probably some of the hottest, most
Some
intense
people
sex
can't
you
do
can have.
that. Like, a lot of women can't do that. They're like, how could you ever have sex with someone you don't know? And me, I can.
It has to be that girl that
If
wants
there was an attractive woman that walked in this room right now, if I never saw her before, didn't know anything about her, I could get naked and have sex with her. It's no problem. And maybe that's because of the way that we're biologically.
That's men for sure.
That's men.
That's
yeah.
men.
But I can't say, I mean, I've had great sex with women I hooked up with one-night stands, and I've had bad sex. But yet, you know, when I think about the women in my life that I was in a serious relationship with, that we had a great sex life, but we're in love too, I don't know, it just made it better. I mean, not to make it all corny, but like two hearts beating as one, and like you hold each other's hands while you're, you know what I'm saying?
Well, no, there's definitely,
petting her hair.
Like,
your hair's so pretty like an ocean.
They're exhaling as you're inhaling, like you're just like perfectly in sync.
And then as you become older, you learn how to talk to each other. Like one of the things I love doing, and you know, is timing our orgasms so we both go at the same time.
Yeah,
that's when you got to get vocal with each other.
Oh, really? See, for me,
you got to keep talking.
I do it with my wife. No, I know her so well that you
can tell.
Yeah. So I time it for myself, so I know when she's close. Then, because sex for me is as soon as I start, I could come. You know, like that's what guys are, is learning how to control it and slow it down.
Exactly.
So yeah, but again, sometimes you're holding it back so much, then she's like, I'm ready to go, and you're like, oh fuck, now I need another 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah, you got to reset. But that's just the thing, is that you know, I've been with women, and I'm sure you have too, that it was extremely hard to make them orgasm. Like the sex had to last an hour, and there had to be multiple other things involved. And then other women, like my ex-fiance, I mean, I'm talking 2-3 minutes.
2 seconds and you're done.
2-3 minutes, and she was already coming. So so it didn't have to go long if we didn't need it to.
Right.
Like the whole point of sex is for both of you to orgasm, is it not?
Yeah.
So if you and your girl or your partner, you know, because we want to be all inclusive here, if you guys can finish in the matter of 2 minutes, then great. Why do you need to fuck for a half an hour? I would only fuck for a half an hour if that's how long it took the lady to orgasm.
Right.
But I could hold out that long until I knew she was ready, because I don't know. I just like that, bro. I'm a giver.
Absolutely. And that's great when you have two people that are givers together. That's the best sex. When you got two selfish people together, then yeah, no one's happy.
Have you ever been caught? Whether it was masturbating or in any kind of a sexual act.
Again,
like how did your parents find out that you were sexually active?
Every teenage boy has been caught, whether they know it or not. They left evidence, and their fucking mother found it.
Oh, of course.
But personally, like
how many crusted up socks or shirts do you think our mothers found in the fucking laundry? They aren't stupid, bro. Okay.
But caught like red-handed, I have two top stories, and they both involve police officers. One of them
put him in the back seat, code X.
One was with my wife. So that's the most recent, and this was before children. It was like in the early 2000s, and it was visiting my parents for like Christmas, and you know, it was like mid-afternoon. We wanted to do it, but like the family's around, so I was like, let's just get in the car. We drove up to the golf course right up the street.
Fucking A, dude. I went
it's the best spot. Dude, it's the best.
Because
girls loved it.
Me and this kid were neighbors, bro, growing up. So all the same spots that you probably had to drive to.
There were smoke spots, but there were also sex spots.
Absolutely. And I went to that golf course you're talking about. I've done it there too, in that parking lot.
But
that's fucking awesome.
Apparently day, someone saw, like, hey, the golf course is closed. It's wintertime. Why are they driving up there? Probably to do some drugs. So someone called the cops. And, like, luckily we had just finished. Like, we got to finish. And, but my wife is, like, butt naked. I'm butt naked. And I see the police car coming up behind us. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's the cops. And of course, my wife is sweet as pie and just like so like, oh, like immediately just kind of freaked out. And I get dressed right away. Cop comes up to the window. I have like the jacket over my wife, and is everything okay in here? And I was like, oh yeah, sorry. We're just finishing up. Really apologize. And he's like, I'm not talking to you. Is everything okay in here? And like asked my wife specifically, and I was like, you dickhead. But I get it. I get it. But
I came real close to being a police officer. I have a lot of respect for law enforcement, bro. I'm not one of these people that are going to bash law enforcement officers, but at the same time, I hold them accountable. There is a lot of double standards with them. But I would have done the same thing. What are you looking
for, a peak here guy?
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but no.
I would want to make sure that the woman wasn't being raped and that she was cool.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He said, I'm just making sure everything's consensual. I'm coming back in 15 minutes. You guys better be gone. I said, yes, sir. I promise we will. Now, the second time being caught also involved a police officer, but the police officer was my girlfriend's father.
Yeah.
And he used to drive us to school. And now I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't tell the story, but hey, we're in now. And, it's a great family. I love them. So, yeah, I'm in his daughter, like penis in vagina. The blankets are over us, covering our waist. We each had tops on because, school.
Exactly.
And
socks on too, bro.
Yeah, socks on, pants around our ankles, like
exactly.
We were naked. And he popped his head in the door like he always does, but he was a little early that morning. And you guys ready? We're like, yep, we're good. Like eye contact with officer while penis in vagina, and I'm telling you, like, I just feeling your penis shrink out of a vagina is a really interesting feeling, and you're like, wow, that feels kind of good, but he had his gun on him, like it was strapped on his side as I'm making eye contact while inside his daughter, like that's a
precarious position.
Yeah.
Dude, when you were just talking about, bro, seriously, like the lengths that we had to go to in high school because your parents are always around. It's not like you're living on your own. And kids are going to do it, and they want to safe.
I think he knew he was just that fucking cool.
Right, but the point I'm getting at is that sometimes, you couldn't, like, take it slow and, like, remove all the clothes and be real sexy. You had to be quick and you had to be sly. And my point about this is now that we keep talking about this kind of stuff, I remember this one particular girl that I had sex with. We had to do it super quick and super indiscreetly. So, like, literally nothing came out. Like, my dick came out through my zipper. And she
That's an uncomfortable one.
Yes. Well, she didn't know this at the point, but she had just started her period.
Oh.
So
great.
Not needless to say, but when we were finished and I went in the bath, yes, dude, I had a blood stain around my entire zipper area. And I didn't want to put that in my mom's laundry.
Yeah,
she was going to see blood around my
dick?
My penis
what
hole.
The fuck?
Like
God.
No fucking way.
That's either.
So I remember being in the bathroom the next day with my jeans in the sink, just scrubbing the fuck out of it
with like hand soap.
Exactly, bro. I did not want to see that shit. I got another good one for you, and I will rack this up as probably my worst experience with sex, not because of what happened to me, but what happened to us and her. This occurred to me when I was living in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Took this girl home. We were dating, actually, so it wasn't like our first time. But we were using condoms, and we were really messed up. I think we had been drinking, and we might have even mixed in some Xanax.
Oh, great.
So
that's not a sex truck.
No. So, needless to say, what had happened was it was sloppy sex. We were both fucked up. It was late at night. And during the course of sex, the condom ended up coming off and it didn't fall out of her. It got pushed deeper up inside of her.
Interesting.
And we finished, and we were drunk, and we went to bed, and she didn't discover that it was still up inside of her until a couple days later.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
Yeah, bro.
All right, but I got to tell you, it really reminds me of another story I have. That same girl, when we were driving across country, I told you, from Ohio to LA,
Yeah.
when we got to Las Vegas, we were driving over the Hoover Dam. And it's like 6 p.m., like the sun is just going down.
That would have been the perfect segue into asking her to blow you.
No, this was the Las Vegas blow
Hey, baby,
job.
it's the Hoover Dam. Can you Hoover me?
Well, yeah. Well, no. So it started off as our Nevada blow job, but the sun was setting and we're on top of the dam, and it was just beautiful.
So wait a minute, you got a blowjob on the Hoover Dam?
And well, not only that, we pulled over to the side, and then I sat her up on the hood of the car, and again, because cars are like literally driving right by us.
Yeah.
I had my shorts up and my dick was just out through the zipper, and she was sitting, like, looked like we were just like, her legs were wrapped around me, and we were just like admiring the sunset, like really slow strokes, like just like kind of like just sitting there, because it looked like she had all her clothes on, it looked like I had all my clothes on, and we were just like fucking on top of the Hoover Dam, and it was awesome because it was just like so slow and like trying not to like look like we were fucking on top of the Hoover Dam. And her sister lived in Las Vegas, so we get to her sister's house and get inside, and that's when I looked down, and she had cum like all over, and I was wearing green cargo shorts, and there's just a white ring right around my zipper, like just her cum is just covered like right on my crotch.
Damn.
And I was just so mean to her sister, like I pulled my shirt down as low as I could and tried to cover it up as much as I could. But that was fucking really embarrassing.
You know,
like, it was the best and the worst at the same time.
Speaking of that, kind of unrelated though, but have you ever noticed that when you do get spooge on a shirt, that it looks exactly like if you had drops of toothpaste on it?
Depends on how soon after.
Honest to God, this happened like a week or two ago, bro. I had on a hoodie, a black hoodie, and I had just brushed my teeth, and I didn't notice, but I got I dripped out of my mouth, and I had a stain on my shirt. And honest to
So you looked
somebody
Monica
called me out.
Lewinsky yourself?
Yeah, dude. Somebody called me out like, dude, bro, you fucking came on your hoodie. I'm like, oh, bro, no, dude, this is fucking toothpaste.
I swear.
Yeah, but it was, yeah, I got roasted for that, so I need to pay more attention. But all these great freaking stories just reminded me of the, because I was talking to you about close calls. Have you ever been caught? And you've been kind of caught. The closest I ever came, and this was crazy. This was the closest.
No pun intended. Close as you came.
No, well, dude, this, honest to God. So, we weren't having sex, but again, I was getting a blowjob. This was back in high school, and we got back to our houses from high school at maybe, I don't know, 2:30, 2:40-ish p.m., and then,
high school days.
Yes, her mother was also a teacher, but she taught like elementary school, so she would get home at about 3:15. So we knew that
Little window.
We had a small window. So her bedroom, she had her own bedroom. It did not have a lock on it. She had a futon as a bed, and the futon was up into a futon on a couch. We were sitting next to each other. My pants were down. She was fully blowing me. We hear her mother pull up, the door shut to the car, and then we hear the front door of the house open, and she stops, and I'm like,
I'm so close.
I was literally right there. So she kept going, and as God as my fucking witness, I was literally like a second away as I heard her walking down the hallway, and then as she opened the door, I sat up, put my shirt, I sat up like,
So
like,
you're just sitting normal.
like this. I was sitting normal, like kind of hunched over so she couldn't see my nether region, and I had my shirt over, but literally as she's standing in the doorway,
You're coming
checking
while
up on
looking
us,
at her.
I was coming underneath my shirt. I was like, how you doing, miss? That was fucking nuts, because I'm making eye contact with her mother as I'm coming under my fucking shirt, and this mother has got no idea what is fucking occurring at this point. That was fucking close, bro. That was fucking close.
What do you think? Like, that's all. I don't want to know, but what if, like, they actually did catch? Like, I'm trying to wonder, like, would I have gotten shot? Would you been thrown out of the house?
I don't think it would have been as bad in this case because it was the mom.
Yeah.
And even though her dad was super fucking cool, never gave me shit. I remember there was one time that we had like a little bit of a fight, in their house, not like a fist fight. I was never
arguing.
arguing. On a woman.
Yeah.
We were just arguing, and I remember her dad getting pretty snippy with me, even though it wasn't necessarily my fault. We were just raising our voices to each other.
If someone fucking raised their voice, my daughter,
exactly,
I'm gonna fucking be a little more in the
So
snippy.
if Rick had caught us doing anything like that, I probably would have been fucking pummeled, bro.
Yeah.
But because it was the mom, I don't know. But yeah, we had a lot of close calls, and that's the big difference when you're in high school, bro. Because like I was saying, you got parents around. You don't have your own apartment, so you have to literally. You know what we used to do? Me and a bunch of girlfriends had a code word for leaving the house to specifically go fuck. We'd say we're going to get ice cream.
Oh, nice. Oh, we're gonna go get some ice cream.
Yes.
That sounds so sweet.
Exactly. So I would look at her and be like, yo, you want to get some ice cream? And she knew exactly what that meant.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah, let's go. And so that would give us an excuse to go drive down the street. We'd go to the golf course, or we'd go into one of the side roads off of
Park Hill.
Yeah.
There was a great like dead end kind of little.
Yes.
Yeah. There's like literally a garage with no house.
Yep.
That was awesome. My wife and I got caught by another police officer at that spot. That's twice my wife and I have actually been caught by. They just reminded me.
You know how many cops though must come across people fucking in cars?
Oh yeah, it's got to be pretty normal.
That's got to be so fucking normal.
Hey, that condom slip-off story reminded me of a girl. And again, in high school, I was probably like a senior.
Oh, I never finished that, bro. She had to go to the hospital.
Did she get toxic shock?
Yeah, she had toxic shock. She had all the symptoms of it, and she had no idea what was going on.
And
the doctor literally had to pull the condom out of her. We were so fucked up, bro, that we had forgot we had one on. We didn't notice it slipped off, and we didn't know that it got pushed way up inside of her. We just did it, finished, and then she went about her day. And it was a couple days later that she got toxic shock syndrome or symptoms, and she went to the ER, and the doctor literally pulled out the fucking condom, and that was whoa, bro.
Oops.
Yeah, whoops. But what was your story?
Well, mine wasn't as traumatic as all that, but I was definitely thought I got a girl pregnant in high school, and I was waiting for months afterwards because like I don't even think she knew what happened. So let me tell you, we're doing it doggy style, and we're having sex, and it's with the condom on, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, damn, this feels good. Like, but I check and I feel the rubber ring around the base of my penis, so I'm like, yeah, no, the condom's on. All right, just keep going. Damn, this feels good. All right, I guess I'm gonna come. And then I come and I pull out and I go to take the condom off and there's no condom. There's just a rubber ring around the base. And I pull it off and I'm like, oh shit. And she's like, what? And like she's still bent over and I reach over and grab her pussy and I feel the condom and I pull it out. And I don't know what she felt then. That must have been like she, whoa. But like,
yeah, I've asked women that, like, can you feel when a guy blows in you? And
this was just the limp condom in her pussy. And I had just exclaimed, oh shit. And then pulled the condom out of her vagina. But again, we were kind of fucked up, and didn't say it, and I didn't tell her what happened, So I just like I didn't sure if I came in her or if I came in the condom and it broke. Like, but I'm pretty sure I came in her and the condom was just like stuck in there or something weird. Or, like, but she was visiting for the weekend. This was an old friend, and she lived in New York, and so she just came for the weekend. My parents were fucking hippies, and I was a senior in high school, and they said she could stay with us. And then she went back to New York, and I never told her what happened, but for fucking 3-4 months, I was just going to wait for a phone call being like, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, it's yours. Like, that was the worst. Like, that was the closest I was to thinking that I impregnated a girl.
It's funny you say that, dude, because...
Not on purpose, because I have 2 children, both on purpose.
As I get older, I almost think that I might be impotent, bro, because there have been so many times that I've been in committed relationships as an adult. We didn't use any form of birth control, and we just said, if we get pregnant...
Were you pulling out?
No.
Then you might be impotent.
And
if I'm going to be impotent, I'm going to dress impotent.
I've blown many loads inside of committed, relationship women. We weren't using birth control. We were just prepared for it.
I thought I was impotent. But that's I pulled out for 12 years. Like, that was me and my wife. Like, when we were together, we never used condoms.
But you're obviously smart enough to understand that even though you pull out, there's still...
Well, apparently, no, I have enough control.
There's pre-leakage and shit.
For 12 years, never got pregnant. The first time we tried to get pregnant, we were pregnant in a month and a half. The second time we went to get pregnant, we got pregnant the very first try.
Yeah, I know a couple right now that have been trying for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know how much their insurance is, right? Like, they are taking whatever that super, like, I don't know what it's called, but they're spending $30,000 a week.
Yeah.
And they are on year 3 trying to get pregnant.
It's ridiculous.
So some guys can get a woman pregnant by looking at them wrong. And then you got these people who have been fucking for 3 years.
I think a lot of it has to do with
psychological
and stress. And, like, the more you're stressed out about it trying to get pregnant, the harder it gets. But we haven't talked about drugs at all.
I know. Well, Yeah, this is one of the...
Well, no, because I was thinking about sex and using these drugs to get pregnant.
I have a segue into this because we keep talking about condom use and how I didn't like using them, but you did. But, like, that's the whole thing.
I didn't like using them. I was like, I'm not having a kid out of wedlock. Fuck that. I'm too young.
I was just too stupid. It just felt too good for me, and I was naive. Like, yo, I'm gonna pull out. Like, you know, the fucking chances. But here's the thing: drugs have definitely made sex better. But at the same time, do you think I would have let that condom slip off and get stuck in that woman if we were both sober?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Now, have you ever been wearing a condom and been having sex completely sober with a lady? You can tell when that shit breaks or comes off, because all of a sudden it feels 50 times better. But when you're fucked up, you can't tell. Right. Anytime I've been dead sober and had one on and then taken it off or it breaks.
Well, that was that story I just told.
Like,
exactly.
I was really confused because I was like, this feels way too good.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, but then I felt that rubber ring. I'm like, no, the condom's still on there. At least I was hoping. You know, in my, you're just doing it like, this is great. This feels so good. And there's no condom on, and then blood.
Exactly.
Worst experience with drugs. Which drug?
A worst experience. I'm trying to think in what context it would be the worst.
Well, I mean, you have jail, you have
Never been
overdose, and you have
never overdosed,
just
never
bad overall experience.
All right. I've had some bad experiences on weed. Even though I've been smoking weed my entire life, there has been times, bro, that I've smoked some real powerful shit and then somehow got myself into like a panic or an anxiety attack. And if you've ever had a panic or anxiety attack,
You don't blame the weed, you blame yourself on that one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, bad experience on drugs.
Yeah.
There was one time I literally thought I was dying because I was so fucking lit.
What was your thought process there? What were you dying of?
I didn't know, dude. I was having hot sweats, cold sweats, hot sweats. Fucking
Heart palpitations,
bro. I could see my vision start to go. Like, I was starting to lose consciousness. I didn't know whether I was going to shit my pants or puke. Like, my stomach was fucked up. And all it was, and I didn't know it at the time because I was young, was just the weed was I was so high.
You just need to breathe and drink some water.
Yeah, I was having a panic or anxiety attack before I knew what a panic anxiety attack was. I'd say one of the best and worst experiences I ever had was the first and only time I did acid.
Oh yeah,
I've had
my best and worst was on the same trip too.
Me and two buddies one day took acid, and they were tabs. They were like pieces of paper that you'd put on your tongue. And between the three of us, one of us did trip, and he had a great trip. The other two of us had a vastly different experience. The first hour, we were uncontrollably laughing.
Okay,
I mean, harder than I've ever fucking laughed before. But then after that, there was no visuals involved.
It was just manic, happy,
After
weird.
that, eyes watering laughter. Yeah.
Yes, and after the laughter wore off about an hour, I felt like I had the worst hangover of my life, and it did not go away for like 5 straight days. I felt like death, bro.
You know what it was? It was probably the extreme release of
Serotonin, like you released every drop of like dopamine and serotonin in your body.
Right.
And then once that was gone, those reserves are gone. And yeah, that's depression.
And now that I'm thinking about this, I think all the worst experiences I've had with drugs weren't bad because I've never been arrested.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in trouble because of drugs, but I think the after effects of the drugs, like back when I was really into doing like ecstasy and shit like that.
Yeah, the after effects of ecstasy are the worst.
I mean, the hangover with the amount of E that we were doing. And
yeah, no, that's the serotonin.
I don't know if you've taken like, straight
Molly,
MDA
yeah,
or
like, MDA, Molly.
Well, there's MDA and then there's MDMA.
And
MDMA.
I think the pills we were getting back in the mid-2000s, they were called G's. They had a picture of a G on one side and a picture of like a lady on the other. And we used to take 3 of them fuckers.
Yeah.
And I ain't shitting you, bro. I think it was MDA because not only would you have the best roll, but you would trip your balls off. But unlike acid, there was no anxiety. You had the E-roll, but at the same time, the carpet was growing, the walls are breathing. But the worst part about it, though, bro, is the next 3 days, you were fucking useless.
Yeah.
I mean, sick, useless.
Yeah.
So I think that was,
Drugs suck.
I loved cocaine, but I will never do it again. And you know why? Because I hate when it's over.
Yeah.
I can't stand the withdrawals. I can't stand your nose being all stuffed up and you can't breathe. And it's like 4 in the morning. You just want to sleep.
I
and you
did
fucking
coke for
can't.
like 10 years though, and I learned how to get a neti pot and you need to drink more water and then just make sure you have some marijuana edibles and eat a shit ton first thing in the morning. You wake up and everything's fine.
Oh yeah, I mean, I eventually learned how to lessen the effects.
Right, but they suck.
I figured out that if you take a certain prescription drug, at the end of the coke night, it'll just erase that.
Yeah,
that
but
coke.
what you're doing to your liver and all that.
I
shit
know,
is
I know.
I mean, that's where drugs really suck.
So
They're
here-
awesome, but they suck.
Hear it from two 41-year-olds, people. Okay, drugs are fun and everything, but in the end, it's really not worth it. I'm happy I've had the experiences I have, and I'm happy that I never hurt myself or hurt anyone else. But if you collectively scrape together all my drinking and, you know, fucking around with, you know, coke and prescriptions and everything else everyone's fucking tried out, I'm just happy that I've come out the other end unscathed, and I didn't hurt myself, my family, I didn't get in trouble, I'm not dead, and I've learned a lot from it.
I agree.
I drink
100%.
socially, I still puff a little bud, both of which are completely legal in the state, 110%.
Exactly.
But I will never touch coke again. I will never touch ecstasy again. I've never done crack. I've never done heroin. I've never done painkillers. So I'm really happy that
I'll never do any of those things again.
Right. So yes, I've tried some drugs, some of which were hardcore, some of which weren't. I've had some good experiences, some bad experiences. But in the end, bro, none of them were fucking worth it. None of them, especially drinking, bro. I mean, and that's one of the crazier things is when...
Drinking is the worst.
Exactly. Like, I was talking with somebody last night about Massachusetts when the vape ban happened back over the summer.
And they had cigarettes on the fucking shelf right next to where the vapes used to
Right.
be. It's fucking...
You're going to ban all of vape in this state, but yet you're going to do nothing about alcohol, cigarettes, or guns.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And maybe I'm wrong here, but going back to our youth, bro, the times that I nearly died the most had nothing...
Alcohol.
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 All alcohol related. So why
And
are
alcohol leads to the other drugs.
Exactly.
You drink too much, you're like,
You
now I
wanna-
need some coke.
Dude, I'm telling you right here, and this isn't coming from a left or a right or any kind of perspective
No, it's life experience.
other than life experience. If there is the number one gateway drug in this country and maybe around the world is alcohol.
Hell yeah.
Yet there is nobody standing up and saying we gotta ban alcohol or we gotta make it tougher.
Wine, beer, liquor, like, it's just like...
Well, it's socially acceptable and it has
$billion,
I don't
like,
care, bro.
yeah.
If you want, people talk about like weed being a gateway drug, and I'm like, no, it is not. It is not addictive. It's not a fucking.
I love
gateway
it. It's
drug.
the gateway drug off of drugs. Like, all these hardcore drug users are like, dude, I used to do heroin, I used to do oxycontins all the time, now I just smoke weed and I'm cool. Like, great, awesome. Like, you know, like, there's no...
But that's something that we've known before even
Yeah.
weed became legal around here.
Yeah,
Weed is a
that's why we
spice,
walked
bro.
3 miles into the woods to smoke a joint.
Right, weed is a spice. Weed is so much less harmful in everything than alcohol.
Yeah,
and I can tell you this not based on my opinion, but based on real life experiences.
Right, it's not an opinion, it is life
How many
experience.
times did you drive drunk when we were younger to the point where the next morning you
don't
don't even
remember?
fucking remember?
Hey, how'd you get home? They're like, dude, you gave me a ride. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
man,
dude.
That's not cool.
And I think about that.
Yeah, I almost killed someone tripping on acid, but yeah,
Yeah,
that was a horrible.
I've never had any bad experiences driving on weed, bro. But I don't know how. I thank my lucky stars. I thank God that I did not kill myself or someone else in all the times I've drunk driven.
Oh, yeah.
And we were getting our hands on alcohol at an extremely young age.
Well,
it was easier to get alcohol than any other
not
drug.
for me.
Yet nobody wants to say, hey,
It was easy
alcohol's
for
wrong.
acid, and from 15 to 17, it was easy.
Like your
for
parents
me.
didn't have a liquor cabin?
No.
Oh, you minded.
See, that was the thing. I went to the kids' houses that did have liquor, and those were the times we drank. But it was more few and far between. But what I could do was go right down to Pulaski Park, get a dime bag and a couple hits of acid all by myself. So I tripped like every weekend from 15 to 17. Like they say, if you have more than like 20 hits, you're illegally insane. It's like, I'm fucking out there.
Yeah, you're fucking definitely out there. But yeah, that's the craziest part, dude, is that how everybody wants to come down on like vape when you got cigarettes right next to the shelf and you got alcohol. And those are the gateway drugs. I mean, I talked about this once before in the podcast. Can you fucking imagine if like tomorrow Trump or whatever, the government just said, hey, alcohol is now illegal across the country. People would lose their fucking
Of course,
minds.
but it just goes back to the 1920s, and like just because you say it's illegal, it's not going to stop it.
It's not gonna
It just
stop
makes
anybody.
it more dangerous. And then you have bathtub gin. You got people dying from like all this fucked up things, and then they realize that, and they're like, okay, that's why it's still legal, and that's why they need to make every drug legal. As far as I'm concerned, cocaine, like marijuana, like heroin, like all that, like. Fine,
People are going to do it anyway.
they're going to do
So
it
if they-
anyways.
if they
make it safe.
This is
I would
yes.
I would do cocaine if it was pharmaceutically made and you
That-
got a little nasal spray and it was like a little. Oh, okay.
That is a great point, because do you know where the majority of overdose deaths from both heroin and coke are because of the shit it's
The
cut
additives
with?
and they're cut with.
Exactly. if they made it legal and it was 100% pure cocaine.
It's a plant. Yeah, just like marijuana. If you
Exactly. If they could do it
it's
that
coffee,
way.
bro.
Right. If they could do it that way, I think literally crime and the deaths from it would just plummet.
Right. And, you know, when people get addicted to it and have problems because of their own self-control, you don't blame the drug. That's the person. That's where you need to have, like, you know, systems in place that teach people how to fucking use drugs properly, use alcohol properly.
Because I think we can both sit here as not being left or right or liberal or anything like that and say, are guns the problem in this country when it comes to gun violence?
No.
Or is it people?
It's people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, making something illegal or something go away ain't going to stop people. And the prime example was in the summer when the governor banned all vape products. Did it stop anybody
No,
from vaping?
it made more people die.
No.
No, because well, there's people
What it
doing
did-
illegal market shit.
What it did
That's what
is
people
nobody
do.
stopped just
Right.
because you made it illegal. Everybody started going over to Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire.
Oh, well, that too.
And then,
but
buying
if they were
vape
cut
there.
off too, then it's the black market, and the black market is where people were getting sick from the very first place, and they caused the ban.
Right.
But it's the legal product wasn't the problem.
But all my point was is that even though the governor made it illegal or against the law, whatever you want to call it, to vape here in this state for 4 straight months, it didn't stop fucking anybody from doing it.
No.
And it was all based on misinformation because everybody knows, especially now, like what I knew even before he banned it, was that the people who died and got sick was from illicit THC pods that had a really strong vitamin E in it.
Yeah,
That's what fucked
and,
with people.
well, that's the thing. So you got some stupid stoner being like, dude, I got some vitamin E oil, and that's like got to be good for you. So put it into the vape pod, and now the vitamin E oil, you get to inhale it. And then they didn't realize that's what causes popcorn lung, and it kills you.
That just made me think of something really stupid. Yo, one time, I remember, I don't know if like you had people like this that you knew, but I used to burn a lot of incense back in the day. Like back in the 90s, incense was
Yeah,
like the
super
thing.
popular.
It,
I mean, it was popular in fucking for a long time before that. But yes, it
I don't
had a
know.
little reemergence in the 90s.
I don't know what made me do this, but one time,
You smoked incense?
I literally took a hit of the fucking incense.
And you
thinking I was-
coughed.
Thinking I
And
was going to get
sneezed.
fucking lit from it or something.
Dude, ZK, initials I'll give you, next door neighbor.
Yep.
Rhododendron leaves. Those, like, green plant, it's a rhododendron, and then when the leaves fall off, they curl up, and it looks like a joint. So, and then they dry out, and you'd be like, dude, you can smoke those and get high off.
You know he was a pathological liar, right?
Well, good, obviously.
Me and a friend of, you know this kid, Brian, that's the only name I'll say. We talked about it before we started recording. We actually used to keep a book in high school.
Of his lies?
Of his lies.
That's
And I
awesome.
can still tell you some to this day. The Blue Angels
You knew the Blue Angels?
performed an air show over his house for him.
Yeah, yeah.
His brother, Mike,
Yeah.
was sucked through their pool filter.
Through the pool filter?
Dude,
You know, I was
is-
playing
that's-
online video games with Mikey a few years ago.
Yeah, Mike actually turned out to be
Oh, he's in a suit and tie every day. I see him. Our kids go to the same preschool together.
Yeah, it's fucking wild growing up, dude. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about eventually is just when I was younger, I had so many misconceptions in my head about hitting 30 and hitting 40. And now that I've hit 30 and 40, every one of my conceptions about getting older were just so wrong. Like when I was 20 and I looked at a 40-year-old, I thought there would be like wrinkly, smelly balls and cobwebs in the vagina just completely fucking torn
I
up.
didn't think that at 20. I thought that in
I
the
looked at
teens.
somebody who was 30 and 40 as being ancient, but now that I'm 30 or 40, bro, and I look at myself in the mirror.
Well, that's when you
I'm
know,
not-
like, oh, no one knows what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly, dude. My body is not much different from when I was in high school. My dick still looks the same.
Well, you know
what I'm saying?
You
Like,
and I are an exception to that rule. Most people we went to high school don't have the same bodies they have.
they've kind of got married and let themselves go.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, we're getting off topic and we got to wrap it up here. So
I love how Marc P is telling me to wrap it up.
I'm just
It's
making
my
a gentle. I'm making a gentle suggestion.
It's my podcast,
It is,
motherfucker.
it is, it
I
is.
tell you when we wrap up. All right, so yeah, this conversation went so well that we really didn't even touch on the whole drugs part. So
We
we're gonna have
will
to have
do
a part
part
two.
two.
We're gonna have to do a part two. Mark is literally one of the busiest, hardest working fucking people I know. So it's literally taken what 6-7 weeks to get you back in
Listen,
here.
anyone that's a stay-at-home parent, mad respect, because that's what I do all day, every day. I'm not trying to. I love spending the time with you. I want to be here, and
Do you think being a stay-at-home mom or dad is the toughest job on the planet?
fuck yeah, hands down. I fucking do construction now that I'm not working. Like I'm finally getting my freedom back, and I've literally carried 2 tons of wood in one day, and I was still fucking easier than being a parent.
Literally, board by board, I fucking broke down an entire deck.
All right, so you're gonna so
carried it to a dumpster.
Let's say
sweat
we're
my ass off, and that was a great day. It was so much fun. It was
Let's
great.
say we're watching the Oprah Winfrey show right now, and she's about to have a stay-at-home mom come out, and she introduces her as, next up is this lady, and she has the toughest job in the world. She's a mother.
I'll be like, fucking yes.
Really,
I applaud the shit out of
I
it.
vehemently disagree.
Yeah, you've never done it, motherfucker.
I've got fucking nephews and nieces, bro.
You've never done it. You don't know what it's like to have every second of your life.
What is the toughest part of your day? Bending over to put DVDs in the DVD player?
Yeah, see, that's the misconception right there, you fucking douchebag.
I'm full of misconceptions, bro.
Yeah, no. It's the absolute 100% responsibility for caring of other people completely selflessly.
Now, but
my wants, needs, and desires are completely to the back door.
You did hear what I said, though. I'm not trying to say that being a good parent is the most important job. I agree with that.
Hardest.
But the most difficult?
The most difficult. Mentally straining, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without a break. That's why it's difficult. You get to go home at the end of any job. Like, I never have a day off. When you have a sick mother, they're still taking care of their sick kids. And no one takes care of that sick mother. I'm the sick mother. I'm the 50s housewife. I will make dinner, and then I will fucking sit in the bedroom butt naked ready to fuck. I am the tip, like, what every man wants is reverse roles. That's what I give to my wife.
But see, maybe that's why I'm because I don't have kids and I've never been married. However, I've worked a lot of shitty jobs. I have a shitty job right now.
So have I.
Okay? So if I could choose between hanging out with your two lovely kids and literally being able to act like a
forever
kid with them, or being stuck in the office all day, I want to be with the fucking kids, bro. I want to be with my kids.
I agree. In the fact that's why I did it and I chose it. But I'm saying it's harder. I've been a dishwasher in an Indian restaurant, dude. 8 hours of scrubbing fucking nasty. Well, no, it was actually delicious food. But when it's other people's food and piled up all together, it gets pretty fucking gross.
Oh, of course.
And I'm telling you, I can do an 8-hour stretch washing dishes is easier than an 8-hour stretch with the kids I love more than anything on this planet. Because they demand so much of you. You have to give and give and give and give. When you're washing dishes, it's just like, oh, I'm going to wash this dish right now. But when you have kids, they're like, no, wash that one. Now wash that one. Now do this one. And then put on the Teletubbies. And now I'm hungry. I want a snack. I need to go to sleep now. It's like, fuck! I just want to do one thing.
I think I mentioned to you this last night or the other night when I was over your house. Your 8-year-old.
Yeah, she's awesome.
This kid's 8-year-old daughter decided on her own that she needed to take a shower.
Well, I told her it was bedtime and start to wrap it up, and she knows the bedtime routine. So she's like, yeah, I gotta take a shower. I'm like, yeah, you do.
And that's the thing, like, most kids, like, seem to not want to bathe, dude. I loved taking fucking baths when I was a kid because I'd have all my fucking boats and G.I. Joes
Well,
in
my
there.
youngest, she hates it, and then you get her in, and then you can't get her out.
Right.
You're like, fucking hey. But hey, no, in all seriousness,
we do got to wrap it up.
I got to pick up the
Mark, it's been a pleasure. To all the listeners, I hope you had a fun time listening in to us tell embarrassing stories about everything sex. If
haven't gotten to the drugs yet or the rock and roll,
yeah,
but we got more of those to come.
I tell you, if my parents or anybody were to listen to this, so when we're saying we're being totally fucking real here, bro, I mean,
stories from the
just listen to what we're talking about and telling the world right now. This, so I hope you guys appreciate this, and I hope you found it as enjoyable as I did. I'm Mark. Yeah, I'm Mark.
Thanks
John.
for having me.
I'm John, and this is Mark.
MP in the house.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll
catch you on the flip side.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace, everybody. Love you.
Turned out to be the worst baby shower ever. I'm Jonny Arez. Thank you, everybody, for listening.